What's up, friends? Welcome back to the happiest hour on earth. We are just a few days away from Valentine's Day, so we thought that for tonight we would dedicate this episode to all of the romantic experiences and activities that you can do around the Disney parks, both Disneyland and Disney World. So last year around this time, we did an episode solely based on the romantic restaurants around the parks, which was a really fun episode. But this time around, we just figured why not talk about some of the other fun stuff that you can do with your significant other. So there's lots of really fun romantic things to do, and we're really excited to get into this list. So let's go ahead and jump in.
All right, so before we jump into this episode, we have a drink for tonight, and we are so excited to get into it. But before we get to that, if you are listening on YouTube, if you could go ahead and hit that like button, really helps out our channel a lot. And then if you're listening on a podcasting platform, go ahead and click that follow button and just join the happiest hour on earth family. So tonight we have a drink. It is called the California Crush, and I don't know how any Valentine's Day drink can beat last year's, because last year's was called the Tuxedo Strawberry from the same restaurant, from the same bar.
And it's there again this year.
It is. Oh my gosh.
Go try it, and also check out our reel for that. I think you just posted that on Instagram.
Yeah. So if you go to our Instagram and you click on our guides section, there's a section for seasonal drinks, and it's on there, and it is the most beautiful
decadent
drink ever,
like a dessert drink for sure, but it was so delicious.
It was so awesome. Emily did the chocolate.
Yeah, it's like the shell, like chocolate
gosh.
shell, so like it hardens when it's on a cold thing.
Yeah,
so you like put it around in the glass and it turns hard, and it's a beautiful drink.
It was so beautiful. So this one's not as beautiful. Still has the strawberry heart, which is adorable. I love it, but it's still from the Craftsman Bar at the Grand Californian Hotel. And I have to say, the Craftsman Bar really goes all out during the holidays. I feel like there's not too much within the parks. I mean, within the parks, there's a few, like a lot of sugary, really sweet drinks. I saw someone post like this grape soda with like glitter and like craziness in it, and it doesn't sound, and it's like has a sour patch straw on top. Like sounds intense, but these sound really good. This is the second of the three that they have. And so I'm really excited to try this. It looks like a strawberry daiquiri, but it has Crown Royale apple in it, so it gives it a little bit more of an apple taste with the strawberry, which sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
And this little mint leaf. Oh,
the garnish is going to make it a little tricky to drink, but
I know. I'm going to flip mine around here. All right. I'm going to bring
really
it around the mic, and don't spill on the mic, Christopher.
Yeah.
And here we go. Cheers. Wow.
So good.
That is fantastic.
That is
oh my
really
gosh.
good.
The strawberry and apple. I just wouldn't
good
expect.
Any kind of like strawberry puree is so good. Just like so refreshing.
Wow. I wish it was summer right now. This is just like perfect to beat the heat. That is so good.
I never get like daiquiris like ever.
Oh.
But this kind of makes me want to more often. I guess that's basically what it is, right?
Yeah. So you know what? I know it's a Valentine's Day drink, but just make it this summer. Cool off with a yummy, delicious. I never say the word yummy.
Cool off.
But like, no, in summer, cool off.
Summer.
Yeah. With yummy. A California Crush. Yeah. As that was coming out, I was like, I never say
Don't say that.
That word unless I'm singing Justin Bieber.
We'll have a reel for it coming out on Instagram as always.
Oh yeah.
And it should be out already by the time this episode is out.
Yeah.
So go check it out.
And we have some suggestions from our followers on things to make. We've just had like the 100 Years of Wonder and then Valentine's Day. So we haven't really got to those. But I know that Marga House podcast, who we love so much, recommended one from Trader Sam. So we definitely have to make that. And then some other people requested some too. So really excited to make those and try those. But also speaking of just like followers and things that are coming up, we have some really cool guests that are going to be coming up. We have one for February.
Couple months worth.
Yeah, we have one from March, April, and May. Yeah, wow. So we have one each month. We have some really cool, exciting stories that we're going to be hearing from a lot of people. And
Very
I
exciting.
won't say who yet, but it really spans like everything. Another like Disney, like 2 Disney influencers, I guess I'm just saying it, a former Plaid like VIP tour guide, and then also a singer. And
we're not gonna
say, but we're super excited to have her on our show. It's so excited to have everyone on our show. So really cool guests that we have lined up. And that's why another reason why you should subscribe or follow, because you don't want to miss those awesome interviews.
There's so much coming up in the next few months. We're so pumped.
I know. Starting off the year strong with some amazing people, amazing guests.
Hey, Happiest Hour fam. Just wanted to jump in and say that this episode is brought to you by our good friends over at Park Hop Tees.
Whether you're looking for your next park outfit or want to show your love for Disney at home, Park Hop Tees has a wide variety of Disney-inspired tees for every style.
Get 15% off your entire order by using our code HAPPIEST15 at parkhoptees.com.
Should we jump into this? So there's not a lot of it is like, if you want a romantic meal, these are the great places to go. But that's what we talked about last year with the most romantic restaurants at Disney. But this year, there's not too many like activities at Disneyland. There's some more for Disney World, but we're just kind of talking about some free things, some that you have to pay for. And they're all pretty different, but
yeah, it's a wide range. Some of it is very small, just like a place to go that's a little quiet and just kind of like secluded for romantic moments, I guess.
Yeah, proposals.
As
maybe
someone over here
I did
right
in front of the castle.
In front of the castle,
Classic move.
Not that that's a suggestion on here, but it was a good suggestion. Castle's a good spot.
It is, yeah.
But yeah, there's a wide range of small things like that, and also some of the bigger date type of experiences, which do include some restaurants and stuff, I think, as well, right?
Yeah, mainly I stuck to like drinks since we talked about restaurants. Okay. So, there's some cool things to do there. But should we, I guess I could, you start us off. I think this is a really, really fun one. And actually, before we start, if there's any that like we missed or you find really romantic, something to do in the park, let us know. We would love to hear your guys' suggestions.
Yeah. So our first official suggestion is to go on the Mark Twain riverboat at the Rivers of America. So this has actually become kind of a tradition for us on our trips, which we generally do on the last night of our trip with our son. So it's not like the most romantic. It's, we have a little third wheel, which is, it's still extremely special and we love it. But if it is just you and your significant other, it's a very nice, peaceful way to just kind of get some quiet time in and just to enjoy some beautiful sights around the park from a different angle than you normally see it. I think it's just a beautiful experience. I love it, and I'm so glad that we've made it a tradition now, because I never used to go on the Mark Twain, and I just admired it from New Orleans Square or from wherever, and it's so nice and relaxing to just be up there, and there's so much space on it that even when there is a huge crowd of people that go on it, it's so spread out that you can find space to yourself pretty easily.
It's so relaxing. It's so nice to like a day that's so busy and there's just crowds everywhere. You just take a little time, grab a little snack, go on the Mark Twain and just see the sights of Disneyland that you normally don't get to see. There's so much to see while you're on there, and you just like look out at all the people and all the architecture that Walt and so many others, built. And it is so beautiful. And also, I would suggest going around like dusk.
I was just gonna say, like, we generally go when it's nighttime, it's dark already, which I love, but we haven't really tried to go like at dusk, because it's kind of been our thing to like have it be our last ride of the trip.
But I feel like dusk would be cool, because you could probably end the trip while it's nighttime and all the lights are coming on. So that would be
Mhm.
really, really romantic.
That's true.
Like seeing all the lights turn on in the trees and on the rides and
So
the
peaceful.
buildings as you're going around. And so if you could time it right, I think that would be very beautiful. So
Yeah.
yeah, got to give it
Good
up for Mark
spot.
Twain Riverboat.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm so glad we started going on it.
Yeah, me too. It's
So great.
So special.
So another one here, actually these first three are very similar. I think it's just cool to see the park in a different way. So we're gonna get to like some more like different activities, but these ones are just like some free things that you could do. I would say the Main Street vehicles. It's just
another thing we did recently for the first time.
And it was so fun because like walking down Main Street is honestly so special and so nice. But being in one like an old timey vehicle, going and just kind of going around and then coming back to your area, or you could get off at the castle.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about it that you're just sitting side by side in these vehicles and
you're going
hearing
through
the
Main
music,
Street, but you're not like kind of in the chaos of it because it can be a little chaotic with the crowds and stuff. So it's like you're still in that same magical spot, but it's not it's not quite as chaotic, and you're just kind of like in your spot.
Something so like
it in.
nostalgic about those little, especially when they honk their horns.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it's just really cute. And
it's just a staple in Main Street, I think. And we've always just watched them as they go by, but it's so fun to actually be on them, and it's free. Just hop on.
Yeah.
And to do it with your significant other is just a nice little break in your day, I think.
Yeah, I agree. And the third one is very similar too. If you want to get this one, so, sorry, it's not all vehicles, by the way. There's more, but the first three we had.
The last one is just the Disneyland Railroad. So just taking a train ride around the park, or however long you want to stay on it. Obviously, you can hop off whenever, but such a fun way as well to see the park from kind of the outskirts and just take a breather, just with your person and just relax a little bit. Bring a snack or something and just chill out on the train. It's a good spot to
especially if you are like Disney fans, and just knowing how much Walt's love for railroads and trains really inspired him to make Disneyland. And just like there's something about riding that railroad that that just is Walt.
It makes you feel close to him.
It makes you feel very close to him, and also in a way it makes you feel close to your childhood and your like magical memories that you have in life. So creating those memories with a significant other, I think is really, really
romantic.
Yeah, really romantic. Yeah, that's the episode. Yeah. So and then also sharing a snack. And speaking of snacks, another thing we have here is going to visit Snow White's grotto. So if you're looking at the castle, obviously that front of the castle is always so busy. There's always so many people trying to take photos right there, right? But if you go to the right, you can find the little wishing well from Snow White, and then also Snow White and all the seven dwarfs, like near this water fountain. And that's like a very quiet angle of the castle. So going here, there's not a lot of people, always very peaceful, and you get to soak in like the most magical site of Disneyland without all the crowd. So just going there, relaxing, again, bring a snack.
Always snack.
Yeah, snacks are romantic, everybody. But yeah, just going there and just relaxing while still getting a beautiful view. I had to put that on the list because it's just it's a
really
very
nice
special
spot.
area to the right.
It's a little shaded usually. It's just kind of like a nice spot for a breather.
Yeah, I love it.
I love
Always have to check it out.
Going into the castle from that way too. It's just kind of like secluded.
Yeah. Going like underneath to Fantasyland.
Like to the side of
the
castle, there's an entrance into Fantasyland.
It's so nice there.
Yeah,
I love it.
It is. It's really nice. So with that, we're gonna get into some of the more like date quote unquote things that you can go do that you do have to pay extra for mostly. So the first one is going to be getting a wine flight at Mendocino Terrace which is in California Adventure. So here you can get a flight of 3 wines. There's 2 options. You can do the Tour of Italy flight, which is $21, or you can do the Tour of California flight, which is $23.
I like how California is more.
I know. I was literally just thinking that.
Don't need to import it.
Italian wine is less than, I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't understand. But regardless, sounds like a very nice, fun, sophisticated date in Disneyland, which we have not done. And we've talked about it for so long. And now it's just a lot harder, sneaking away for a date like that, having our son with us. But we'll get there. We'll do it eventually. It sounds like it's a very relaxing, beautiful spot. I think I've been up there once before, and it was before I was 21, so I couldn't drink anything, but I just got to kind of like walk around a little bit, and it's so beautiful and just kind of secluded up there.
A lot of our suggestions are just away from crowds.
Yeah,
that's romantic.
That's more romantic than trying to like wade through humanity. So
for sure.
It sounds like a really nice way to get some alone time with your significant other and enjoy some nice wines.
Yeah, for sure. And one note here is that when I saw the Mendocino Terrace menu, all of it was just by the glass, but the Wine Country Trattoria, that had the flights on it. But I think you could do the same flights for the same price because they're technically like a part of the same thing. So, so you could just get it by the glass, or you could do that flight. I'm pretty sure, even though I saw the flights on the Wine Country Trattoria, but that'd be another great place. But there's food there too, so super, super fun. Another one is a area close to the California Adventure as well, in the Grand Californian. And so I don't know if you've ever been in the Grand Californian, but that lobby is so beautiful, so peaceful. When when you're a little overstimulated from all the crowds and the screaming and all this stuff, you walk into the Grand Californian and there's just a peace that comes upon you. It is so nice. Kind
of like dim lighting. It's not like super bright in there, and it's just peaceful.
It's so calm. Sometimes there's a person playing the piano right there. But they have this big fireplace there that is just so cozy, and you could like go into that little section where that fireplace is.
Seats
it's super
and
nice.
Couches and stuff, I think, kind of surrounding it.
So
you can just take a load off and go sit. I feel like when I was really young, when I went there, I like ended up taking a nap at some point. I just like dozed off when I was with my friend and her family. We just all took a snooze. It's just so cozy in there. I don't know how to explain it, but
and the nice thing is that you could get drinks at the Hearthstone Lounge and take your drinks over to that area with the fireplace. So we haven't done that, but we've known people who have done it, and they said it's just so nice and relaxing. Just having these like craft cocktails right by the fire. So if you want to get away for a little bit, cozy up on a couch or chair there and have a good time.
Yeah. I love it. I want to do that. I love that area so much. It's so relaxing.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So moving on, we are going to talk about Trader Sam's, which is one of our favorite places in Disneyland. It's the tiki bar that is attached to the Disneyland Hotel. Not really attached, I guess. It's just a part of that area. It's its own separate building, but it's also a part of Tangaroa Terrace, which is the restaurant portion. But Trader Sam's is just the bar, the tiki bar, and it is so much fun. It is like our favorite place to go on any trip. If we want to go get a good drink, we love like islandy drinks. It's some of our favorites ever, and they have some great drinks and just such a fun vibe. So take your significant other, have a little date with drinks, and there's tiki torches out there and like lots of cozy seating. You can there's also an area like
that's right,
down from like the main seating area at Trader Sam's. You can like go down the stairs and you can still bring your drinks and everything down there. I think there's a fireplace down there.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Which is cool because it's just out in the open. It's outside, but there's a nice big like fireplace area with lots of seating as well. So that is such a nice area to go sit. We've done that a few times, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love sitting out there with a drink and just relaxing.
Yeah. And inside is like a totally different,
different
it's
vibe.
a lot It's really fun. It's really energetic. It's kind of crazy. It's harder to get inside, but yeah, if you're looking for a romantic night outside with the tiki torches, and sometimes they'll have like, you know, live music, like ukulele, Hawaiian music out there. And so that's really, really nice and just really relaxing. So
Yeah.
definitely a great spot to hit up and just experience the kind of the Hawaiian vibes, but Disney version.
Yes.
So had to add that
My
on there.
ideal thing.
Yeah, so nice. And so next up is back at the Grand Californian Hotel. We have the Tenaya,
Sounds
maybe
right.
it sounds right.
Yeah.
Tenaya Stone Spa. And so this is a new 6,000 square foot spa that opened in 2021. And it looks beautiful. It looks like a great time. It is a little pricey. It's
As spas are.
as spas are, yeah. So the cheapest 50-minute massage that you could get is $185 per person. So they do couples massages there, so you could do that. 185 times 2, it's gonna be close to
Roughly 400, especially
yeah.
a tip.
Yeah, exactly. So a little pricey, but maybe
got
we
the
have
dough.
some rich people listening
Go
to
for
our podcast. Yeah, definitely go check it out.
I'm sure it's
we did one
luxurious.
in Mexico.
Yeah.
That was kind of around that. So when you're going, you got to splurge, but when you have to pay for tickets and a hotel and that, it's a lot. But definitely if you're looking for a romantic little activity, that is
Nothing
probably as
more-
romantic as you get.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's not much more romantic than a nice spa and massage.
Yeah. In the Grand Californian Hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great option. So next we're gonna talk about the dessert party package that you can get to watch World of Color.
Yeah.
Which we've never done before, but it sounds wonderful. So basically it's $89, which is a little pricey.
A little pricey.
A little bit much, but it gives you amazing views from the Paradise Gardens Park area. And you get a seat and table, which is already prime because World of Color, it's very hard to like even get a spot, let alone like get to sit.
Yeah, you stand the entire time.
Yeah.
If you're not paying.
Yeah. So you can get a table and a seat for this. It also includes 2 alcoholic drinks and unlimited dessert and cheese.
Yeah. So, I mean, and soft drinks and water.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 drinks, they're probably about like $15 each, $30, right? So 89 minus 30, $59. And then
if you're going to utilize all of the options that you can have, then I guess it's kind of worth it because you would end up spending that much anyways, and you get the really cool view of the show.
Yeah.
So
you got to take that into consideration. Also, unlimited cheese sounds like a fun time, but if it is going to be romantic, I would suggest holding off on the cheese.
Maybe don't have too much cheese.
Maybe do the more dessert than the cheese.
The breath could get a little sketchy.
Just whispering, oh, I love this part. No,
I don't like that
sir,
idea.
please
Don't do that. Stick to the drinks and desserts. That's probably a better choice.
And then save a lot of cheese for right before you brush your teeth.
Just eat it all.
Oh my
Brush
gosh.
your teeth really bad. That's horrible.
Bring up the cheese to the hotel room. You're like, what's his name?
Yeah, because you don't want to
Gus
waste the
from
cheese. Cinderella.
Yeah, you're like, I paid for this cheese. Oh my
Take it
gosh.
with me. Not
Oh,
even now,
man.
but
That's more of like a married thing. You're like,
yeah.
okay, I'm gonna eat the cheese.
Yeah, that's true. Once you're committed to
and
each
then just
other,
bring
you
the
just deal with
gum.
bad
Yeah,
breath, I
bring the
guess.
gum, and you're good.
Exactly.
That's so funny.
So
yeah,
sounds like a
$89.
fun experience. Maybe we'll do it one day. We did do the dessert package in Disney World in 2018 to watch the fireworks, and that was a really cool experience. It did not include like a seat and table and all that. Like we did sit on the ground, but it was still beautiful, and we got a pretty great view of the fireworks. So
yeah,
it was awesome. I'm sure that this would be a good choice too.
Yeah, for sure. So now moving across to the East Coast, Walt Disney World. Oh, we love you so much. We need to go back. But so I think one of the most romantic things, we're actually putting this, kind of first, so you could hear all about this romantic goodness, but the horse-drawn carriage ride. And so this is located at Port Orleans Riverside. We actually stayed at Port Orleans Riverside in 2018. Had a wonderful time there. And our friends actually did the horse-drawn carriage. And so
Yeah.
Actually, pretty good price, $55, and that's not per person. It's just
Total.
if it's 4 adults or 2 adults and 3 kids. But you could do, your private horse-drawn carriage, $55. What, like that's a little over $25
And
per
it's a
person.
pretty long ride.
It's
I
25-minute ride,
Yeah.
and you get to go along that river. You just see all of Port Orleans, and it's I don't know. It looks really, really amazing and romantic. And so the one thing, well, I mean, the nice thing is you're kind of separated, right? The carriage to the person who's up there. I remember we did a gondola ride in Venice, and it's kind of weird just being the only 2 people, and then someone just guiding the boat, and they
Yeah.
and you're just
like,
you can't.
like, do we interact? Or
It's
do
like
we
the
just,
third
sit
wheel
here?
that's just there. But at least in the horse-drawn carriage, they're like in front of you.
Yeah, I
Where,
don't
like,
think you're really
the
like.
gondola guy, he's like staring at you the entire time.
He's probably kind of like on the outside
Yeah.
of your little.
So that's really nice, and that's their job, is the horse-drawn carriage. So I
Mhm.
feel like it could still be romantic, even though there's a random person
leading your carriage.
Yeah, but so $55 for 25 minutes, and you get to see some beautiful views, and you're on a horse-drawn carriage. I think that's
Yeah.
amazing. So
I agree.
definitely had to add this in there. So go head over to Port Orleans Riverside.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Next time we go, I would totally do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Next one is wine tasting in Epcot. So obviously,
You got the wine one.
Yeah, wine tasting is obviously a romantic activity.
Yeah.
It's something we love to partake in ourselves. It's a very romantic thing to do. It's a fun
very
date.
Bougie.
Yeah,
but
act
we
like
just
you
love
know what
all
you're
wine.
talking
Yeah.
about. Really,
This is a
I
white.
don't. Yeah. So you can do this in Epcot as well. It's called. Sorry.
Let's go. Tudo Gusto Wine Cellar.
Tudo Gusto Wine Cellar.
We did not discuss how we said things before, but yeah,
Like, I'm
Tudo.
assuming that's right. So
You want to hit
it's
up Tudo's? yeah.
That's such a strange
Get some
name
wine at
for
Tudo's.
a wine cellar, but it is $17 for flights, and there are over 200 bottles of Italian wines there.
Yeah.
Which is incredible. That is a lot of wines imported from Italy.
And you just have to pay $50 and you get to try every wine they have. Then I was just
I was
kidding.
like, what? That would be,
No,
first of all, a lot of wine. I think you
Yeah.
would die.
Would not be a good idea.
Not a great idea.
But I like that it's a cheaper wine flight than
Yeah,
California. So $17, same 3.
it is
3
3. I was
wines,
just
yeah.
going to ask.
Mhm.
I didn't realize.
But it's cool because it's in the Italian pavilion. You got the St.
Love
Mark's.
Italy.
What's it called? St. Mark's.
Basilica?
Is that
Or
what it's called?
cathedral?
I thought it was called like the Capellini or something. Is that
No.
pasta? But
Yeah.
that huge little Italian structure
Yeah.
that's in Venice that we got to
Mhm.
see in person in
Yeah.
real Venice.
Amazing.
But yes, it's like right in that cool open square. And then
Mhm.
there's a Tudo Gusto wine cellar. So
Yeah.
definitely, if you're in Epcot, I feel like that's a pretty romantic place to do that. That'd be
I
pretty
agree.
cool. Yeah.
Yep. Always
So-
love wine tasting.
Yeah. Next up, we got the People Mover at Sunset. Going to something free over here. People Mover is just a classic.
Mhm.
And I think going back to seeing the park in a new way, just different angles and stuff like that, I think that is romantic for a Disney fan.
Oh, yeah.
And especially if you're coming from Disneyland and you've heard about the People Mover but have never been on it at Disney World, you get some beautiful views of the castle here. And the sun sets pretty much kind of right near the castle. It's
Yeah,
like
I
over in
guess
that
so,
area.
huh?
So kind of going at sunset would be really, really beautiful. Obviously, there's some like scenes and things that happen in the People Mover that isn't like the most romantic, but it's on, you get your own little cart to yourself and you
Mhm.
just get to stroll around and see some areas of the park. And so, you know what, for a free option, I think that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I saw some videos of it at sunset recently and I was like,
I bet
yeah,
it's
that's,
beautiful.
yeah, to see that
It's a pretty
amazing
cool view from up there.
Magic Kingdom Cinderella Castle. Man,
Mhm.
can't be beat from that beautiful view. So,
At sunset. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty romantic,
yeah.
I'd have to say. All right. Next up, we are talking about the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater, which is found in Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
This sounds so cool. So basically, it's a classic date night in the 50s is what it's kind of recreating.
Yeah.
So basically what happens is there's tables that are like two-seaters, and it looks like classic cars. So you're basically facing a big giant screen that is showing old clips of sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
And maybe that's not the most romantic part, but it's just kind of like as if you were on a date in the 50s.
Yeah.
And so you can sit with your person and enjoy a meal and just watch old movie clips.
Yeah, I think it's really cute. I mean, obviously not everyone's going to find this like the most romantic, but I think
sounds cute.
Yeah,
though.
I know, especially if you grew up, watching like Happy Days or like something like that, or even just growing up in that era. And even if you didn't grow up in that era, I know a lot of people are, into that, especially like Dapper Days and all that stuff. But it looks super, super cute. It's like looks like nighttime in there. There's like stars, and then it's just like a little old 50s drive-in, and the food there is, I think all kind of that classic American food and all that stuff. So I would love to check it out one day. If that's your vibe, I think you got to check that out. I think there's another place in Hollywood Studios, 50s Primetime Cafe. And also kind of evokes that like 50s Hollywood.
Yeah.
It just kind of reminds you of
old
like
days.
a Leave It to Beaver House, kind of that kind of thing.
Simpler
So
times.
yeah. That Game Night reference.
Yeah.
If you have not watched the movie Game Night, that's one of our favorite movies.
One of the best movies of all time.
Now we'll just kind of throw it in a little bit here and there, and we'll know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so really, really cool, the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater. Definitely check it out. And with that, I guess you got that one, and then so I'm going to be talking about this. This is, I think they could do something here that would make it more romantic, but maybe this is kind of up your alley. So this is called the Aerophile Air Balloon. I think I'm saying that right. So this is in Disney Springs. It's $25 per person, and you ascend 400 feet into the sky, into the air, to see a beautiful view of Disney World that not many people have seen. So it's about 8 minutes, but you go pretty high up. It's all tethered down to Disney Springs. It's also the largest hand-painted helium balloon. So
crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But you get beautiful views of the entire park, You can see everything from Disney Springs to Animal Kingdom, Epcot, all this stuff. And maybe you guys are a little more on the adventurous side and want to go, 400 feet up in the air. But I did see you can't bring like drinks or snacks or anything like that up, which I guess makes sense because like
if you
fall or like drop something. But I feel like it would be so cool to do like a romantic sunset one where you get a little plastic champagne glasses and just charge a little bit more. I feel like that would be really, really fun. So if you're the owner of this balloon and this experience, because
include some
let's do some champagne there and really you could upcharge that thing. But I think that would be really romantic if you could do that. But it's also really romantic to just get that view. So but maybe that's not your vibe. But it is pretty cool. It looks cool.
Nice. I don't know about the heights part. I mean, I can handle it if it's like on Tower of Terror or Guardians, but
a balloon.
Just chilling.
And I was watching videos, and they're like, someone was like, if this tether, like this cable breaks, you're just gonna fly up into the sky.
No thanks.
Let's go fly a balloon.
I don't know. I don't think I'm down for that. If you're into that stuff, have fun with that.
Yeah, so maybe this shouldn't have been on our list, but shout out to the Aerophile Air Balloon. Anyway,
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it is cool. It's pretty crazy. Do you want to get the next one?
So another thing that you can do is take a nice romantic walk along the boardwalk at night. So at this time, there's going to be some beautiful lights kind of shining off the water. There's dining options and just, some arcade games and just fun stuff to do. And just kind of a peaceful, nice walk, I guess, along that area. It just sounds really beautiful and romantic. So some highlights of this area include Abracadabar, which sounds really cool. It's kind of a magician themed bar in that area. And then also Jelly Rolls, which always makes me laugh.
Much about it.
The name is funny to me, but it's like It's the dueling piano bar
Yeah.
that is also in that area. And it's highly talked about.
Everyone loves it. Yeah. So I think you could go up and just request the song, and like the crowd sings along to the songs, and there's, you know,
It
two people
sounds like a
battling off each
blast.
other. It sounds really fun. So this is like
Yeah.
more, I feel like we have not done the boardwalk at night. We've only been, you know, once to Disney World, but I feel
Mhm.
like taking a time where you just grab dinner and then you walk along the boardwalk,
Yeah.
say, hey, do you want to pop into Jelly Rolls for some fun? Or
Mhm.
like do some like classic boardwalk, you know,
Yeah.
arcade games. Like,
Feels
just
like
seems
kind of
like
a classic date
classic
night,
date night. Yeah.
but in
yeah.
Disney. It's like
Exactly. Yeah.
just
That'd
kind
be
of a nice time.
Yeah. I definitely want to do that next time we're there.
Yeah.
That'd be really, really fun.
I would love it,
Yeah.
especially to check out the bars along
Yeah.
the walk. Would be really fun.
That would be so great. So we're down to the last two, and they kind of go hand in hand. So
Mhm.
this one we've actually talked about before in our things you didn't know you could do at Disney. I believe that one, and then maybe one other one. But you could do a fireworks cruise on Bay Lake. And so this is $399. So a lot, but you could take up to 10 people. Now with 10 people, I'm not sure how romantic that is. There's like other
Yeah.
couples who, you know, are also feeling the romantic vibes. But what we
Split
didn't
it.
know, yeah, if you split it with 10 people, that's $40 a person. That's not bad. But the nice thing is that before we didn't know how long this whole excursion usually takes, because it's kind of like, you know, your private boat, and I couldn't find anything on the site, but we just watched a video of some people who did it, and they said that they departed an hour and a half before the fireworks. So you get to see the sunset on the water. And so you get to see, like, you know, the different resorts while you're on the water. You get to see that beautiful sunset. There's also that, I forgot the name of it now, but there's like a little water light show that they've been doing ever since Disney World opened in the 70s. And so you get to see like an up close version of that. And
so
then you
cool.
get to watch the fireworks. So you get sunset, that light show, fireworks. The music is piped into your boat. So everything goes along to the fireworks in the music.
Really cool.
So really, really cool. And the whole thing lasts about like 2.5 hours. So
And you get
$3.99.
snacks and stuff,
Yeah, you get like
right?
some snacks and some sodas and stuff like that. Also, probably for liability reasons, they do not serve you
'Cause you
alcohol on
can't
the
drive
boat.
yourself on the boat if you're drinking.
I mean, well,
or
you have a
something.
private driver.
Oh, you do.
It's a private driver,
Okay.
but you could still fall off the boat. So
That's true.
they
Not
probably
maybe
don't
the
want to,
safest thing.
just like that video of that one.
Oh gosh.
They don't want you to
Get inebriated
soaked,
and
yeah.
then fall in the river, or not the river, the lake.
the lake. Yeah. So, but still a really, really cool experience. A little pricey, but could be a good time to propose, right? On the
Yeah.
water with the fireworks. Hey,
Very romantic.
I think that's worth the money, right? If you
I
get
agree.
something pretty kind of
Nice.
different than just the castle. So
Mhm.
you know what?
Good
That might
idea.
be good.
Take his
Yeah.
advice.
But if you don't want to pay that amount of money, but you still want to get like a kind of, you know, fireworks and water kind of
Vibe.
experience, yeah, what can you do, Emily?
Our last activity is to watch fireworks from the Polynesian beach.
Yeah.
So you can sit out there for free. There's music that is piped into, I guess, just speakers kind of in the surrounding area.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna go to the fireworks, which is so cool.
Yeah.
The fact that you don't have to be in the park on Main Street to like hear and see everything is just really cool.
And I think the hearing is so important, right? Like if you
Yeah,
just
it's a
see
huge
fireworks,
part of
that's fine, you know. But
Mhm.
with the music, that really
It's like
brings
the story.
the feels.
Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
actually
yeah.
feel like the story of what's happening in the
Yeah.
fireworks show.
And on the beach would be
Yeah,
beautiful.
it would just be a really peaceful, kind of, again, secluded way to watch it. I
Yeah.
think that sounds so nice and romantic. Perfect date. And then, you know, right there is Trader Sam's in Disney World. So kill two birds with one stone, you know, watch the
Yeah.
fireworks and then hit up Trader Sam's right afterwards.
Oh, I love
the
it.
perfect date.
It sounds like a perfect way to cap off your trip.
Yeah,
I
I
love
love
it.
it.
Yeah, so good. So with that, I mean, that's pretty much everything that we've had. Again, if you're looking for romantic restaurants to go to, check out our other episode where we talk about all the romantic restaurants at the parks. But we want to hear from you. What is something romantic that you've always wanted to do or have done at the parks? Let us know in the comments below or hit us up on Instagram.
Yeah, let us know if we missed anything. We had a decent list, but you know, everybody's kind of had their own different experiences in the park. So if you had a very romantic spot or experience somewhere, we'd love to hear about it with all the romantic vibes of Valentine's.
Yeah.
It's coming right up. So let us know your thoughts. Hit us up on Instagram. And yeah, with that, I guess we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, see you then.
Bye, guys.